Netflix just made a quiet move that no one saw coming. That iconic red Netflix original badge, the stamp that told you what belonged to Netflix, is vanishing. Gone. Removed from nearly every show and movie on their platform, and nobody seems to be talking about why. This isn't just a design tweak. It could mark the start of a brand new phase for Netflix, one that changes how we see streaming, exclusivity, and even how we value original content. Reports from sites like What's on Netflix confirm that Netflix has started removing the red N badge, especially on the web version. Instead of saying a Netflix original series or N film, we're just getting a plain Netflix logo. On some TV and mobile apps, the badge is still there for now, but this looks like the start of something bigger. Netflix hasn't made an official statement about it yet, which raises the question, why now? Why remove one of the most recognizable branding marks in streaming history? There are a few big theories floating around. 1. UI cleanup. Netflix might be going for a cleaner, more cinematic layout. Removing the clutter makes thumbnails feel more premium, more like movie posters than product ads. 2. Badge fatigue. When everything's labeled a Netflix original, the term starts to lose meaning. They've produced so many originals that the label no longer signals quality or exclusivity. 3. Reputation control. Let's be real, not every Netflix original is a hit. By removing the label, Netflix could be distancing itself from the idea that every original defines the brand. 4. Brand evolution. This could be Netflix saying, we're beyond labels. Everything here is Netflix now. That's a confident but risky move, a bit like Apple dropping computer from its name years ago. For everyday viewers, this change might seem small until it's not. That little red badge used to tell us what would stay on the platform. Now, without it, it's harder to tell which shows or movies Netflix actually owns versus what's licensed temporarily. Imagine finding a show you love only to learn later it's leaving because Netflix didn't really own it. The badge helped draw that line. Now it's blurring. For filmmakers and industry watchers, this could be a sign of Netflix shifting its entire identity. The company built its empire by turning Netflix original into a global symbol of creative freedom, from Stranger Things to Roma to The Queen's Gambit. But maybe now, Netflix doesn't need to call attention to what's theirs. Maybe they want to fade into the background of their own universe, where every piece of content just feels Netflix. This could also mean more cross-licensing deals, less clarity about exclusivity, and possibly a more Hulu-like model where ownership lines are invisible. That could be good for variety or confusing for film lovers who care about who made what. So, is Netflix reinventing itself, or just hiding behind minimalism? Is this about trust, aesthetics, or accountability? Either way, it's a reminder that streaming isn't static. The platforms we depend on are constantly changing, and the meaning behind that little red N might never be the same again. What do you think, fam? Is Netflix making a smart move or losing its identity? Drop your thoughts in the comments and tell me which Netflix originals still deserve that red badge of honor. Don't forget to like, sub, and ring that bell so you don't miss the next deep dive into the world of film, games, and culture right here on Von Wintev.